yeah, welcome to Rapid
Oh,
Rants, episode 34, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Can't believe we're
indeed.
here. There's planes crashing like every day.
Come
I
on.
don't know what's going on. There's this teacher that like crashed out over on his students during Valentine's Day about high school relationships. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna start with that one. Let's go ahead and run that topic.
Because it's Valentine's Day and I don't care. These flowers don't care. Stuffed animal don't care. Relationships do not care. Did you know that 7% of high school relationships lead to marriage? And that 50% of marriages end in divorce?
Oh my.
So what are you doing, you guys, with these stupid high school relationships? Here's what happens. You start dating in high school, you focus all your energy on this other person, and as a result, you start to ignore the relationships that really do matter. And you start to lose friends. And then eventually, you get dumped and you try to get your favorite hoodie back and you can't get it. Oh, and good luck trying to get that hoodie and the Blowfish CD back. Okay? And that's why I created a Valentine's Day breakup vocab list for you guys today. Let's refocus our energy on the vocab bowl and win this thing. Let's go!
Yo.
Someone hurt, bro. Someone hurt, bro.
Someone
Bad.
has some Valentine's issues.
Yo.
But you think this is okay to do so? I mean,
Okay,
he got
well-
his opinion on things, but
Look, my point to this is I disagree with what he's saying. Like that there's no reason to have
Yes.
relationships in high school and all that. Like, yeah, they almost never lead to marriage, but that's not the point. It's practice, man. Like you
Exactly.
have to develop that. And what he's talking about, like you're gonna lose your friends and everything. Like, no, this is where you learn to balance a relationship and friendships, and you know what I mean. Like high school relationships are a birthright. It's a stepping stone. You know what I mean? Like we can't. I don't know. You can't hate on kids for dating.
No, this is-
Somebody hurt this dude's
teenage
feelings,
high
bro.
school, like everyone who gets in high school, their first love and their first, crush, and this normal.
Exactly. Like character said, that's when you get your rehearsal in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's
make
when you
sure
get your
it's-
first heartbreaks, and then you have to recover from that because you have so
Exactly.
much emotions in that time frame. Oh man, my first love.
Exactly. And I feel like even though little kids get around to getting creative and finding ways to hanky panky it out, a lot of times, because of parenting and it being strict, a lot of them can't get it in. So it helps in that practice of kids being able to actually date, actually talk and be friends, and
I don't
without
in my
the physical.
school, they were huge into sex. Like I remember
every
my
school,
first
though.
boyfriend. Yeah, like he was slightly pushy. He was a little bit older. But then again, like you're talking about strict parents. So it kind of goes to actual talking and dating phase. And you
Yes.
can't come over because like they're not going to
Exactly.
let you. Like, I remember my mom, she didn't allow me to sit close on a couch with my partner at the time
Facts.
at all. She
Oh.
would come down and he like have his arm over. She's like, "What are you doing?" Wait, mom, this is my boyfriend.
Straight up.
Man, the risk I ran by bringing girls home was like there was this one girl that I brought over, and then I brought her over a second time. And my dad came home that second time, and he looked over at her, and are you rich? She was like, "What? No." And he was like, "Oh, Corey's never brought a girl home twice. I just assumed."
He ratted
Yo.
you out.
Yo.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate you, bro.
Every time she turned it back, I'd have been.
But then what is the first type of question? Are you rich? That's not the first question you expect someone to.
I mean, this is my dad, though. Like, this is that's how he is.
I will say though, my first like real relationship in high school was off and on until 19 years old, and it was long distance. So my mom was a little bit more understanding. So we were able to do certain things. Yeah.
I mean, 19, bro.
You know,
Certain
the
things.
reins go, 19, mom.
Oh,
one thing I have noticed though, like talking to my daughter when she was still in high school, kids are a lot faster to drop the love word in a
Yeah.
relationship. Like back when I was in high school, like if you said you loved the person for like 6 months, a year into dating, then that was just like it was too much. Chill out. Like you don't know yet. You know that and not anymore. They're real quick with it. Like dating for
I
a
was quick with it.
like
Oh,
man.
for
Yeah.
real.
I just didn't know. Like I felt like that's
Yeah.
something you had to say.
Okay.
Dope topic.
All right, and planes are dropping out of the sky.
Are plane crashes actually increasing, or are we just more aware of them? This Toronto crash was the 4th major aviation incident in North America in 2025. And so far this year, 87 accidents have been reported across the US, including the country's first fatal crash of a commercial airliner in almost 16 years. Investigations into individual crashes are continuing, but there are concerns about departmental cuts. Officials warn of understaffing due to low pay, long shifts, intensive training, and mandatory retirements. And Trump is continuing to fire hundreds of Federal Aviation Administration employees. Then there's extreme weather. Toronto was hit by 2 storms in the days before the Delta Airlines plane flipped, and thousands of flights had been disrupted over the weekend. But experts say airports are well equipped to deal with challenging conditions. It may scare you to see the news, but the reality is that air travel is still statistically the safest form of transport. You're more likely to have an accident on the way to the airport than actually flying.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm scared now. I'll be flying off tomorrow.
I just want to talk on Spirit Airlines behalf, because people treat Spirit like it's Waffle House or something. Spirit's like, what's up, bruh? We ain't got one crash, period. You know what I'm saying? So shut up.
They tweeted someone tweeted something against Spirit, and they're like, well, at least we're landing our planes.
Straight up.
No, honestly, you can say what you want. I don't necessarily agree with that video that we think more are happening. No, it's like there was like 4 plane crashes in 2020. There's been 87 this year already. There was something like 60 something in all of 2024. Like these are crazy numbers, but I have it figured out. I know what's going on. No one else has figured this out, but it's Skynet. Skynet's real. AI has launched its attack on us, and we don't know it yet. But this is Skynet. That's definitively why planes are going down.
Yep, and I actually gonna back you up. I definitely,
don't back him up.
I have to. I definitely believe it's Skynet. And the person who created Skynet, the reason he did it, because obviously they're from the future, and he realized we're living in a world with no Fruity Pebbles. It's like
That's the point. I mean, right now they just, they have the news, what's happening, even more public. Like, who knows how many accidents happened within the last couple of years nobody reported of, So now it's just like 4 already, or like 5 within. I'd like, when I observe the media, I can tell like, okay, there's a lot of happening, but maybe it was already happening the last year as well, but they didn't report it immediately. So we didn't really get to know all the accidents that happened. So, and even only North America. So if you see the whole world,
well, it's been 4 or 5 in North America, and then there's been 87 worldwide, which is like, it's not just the media not reporting on it. The media's never had this many crashes to report on before.
Yeah, and even so, it's kind of hard to hide a plane crash. Like if there were like a few, like, murders or something, it's easy to not talk about that murder. But it's hard to not talk about
right.
plane.
Like, I mean, even in Arizona, 2 planes crashed into each other. They were personal planes. Or whatever, it's these things don't happen. It's never in my life do I remember this many plane crashes. It doesn't make any sense.
Do you believe it's something to that where Trump's doing a lot of firing and administrating?
I don't know, but there's also an explanation that the North Pole is actually shifting. Like this was reported on last year, and it's saying that it's throwing off the radar of airplanes or whatever. So and I don't know enough about who he's laid off from the Federal Aviation, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand enough to speak on it.
Yeah, like I know there's been
did they find out regarding the airplane and the helicopter that crashed, the military helicopter?
They didn't say anything about it. I
Oh,
saw a whole bunch of fighter pilots that were saying, no, that doesn't happen by
Yeah,
accident.
and that's
Like,
the
it's-
only one that was out of all of these that was a 2 collisions. The rest of them,
well,
just,
no, the one in Arizona that just happened. There was 2 planes ran into each
The
other.
2 of them.
oh, okay, good
Yeah.
God.
So is it the
Right?
weather
That's-
conditions, or is it just like something
I
with the plane
mean, you got
itself?
They're
the
seeing something on the
towers
radar
like
wrong,
a
and
year ago.
Oh.
Or Skynet. I'm just saying.
Have you ever
Which
been on a plane
explanation?
before?
I was just on one to get here, and I got to be on one tomorrow morning. So,
All right.
Spirit Airlines, baby.
A
I
New
like
York
Spirit.
couple is going viral for sharing their unique sleeping arrangements. Bunk beds. Casey Taylor and her husband Andy tell people they've slept in separate beds since the early days of their marriage. But it wasn't until this past summer that they went viral. That's when they purchased queen-size bunk beds on Amazon. Casey sleeps on the top bunk and Andy sleeps on the bottom, and they say it's been a win-win for everyone in their family, including their cat Arthur, who gets more exercise because he jumps from bed to bed. Casey's video sharing the unique sleeping arrangement has gone viral, eliciting more than 7 million views on TikTok. And as she tells people, she's really happy because she feels like it's normalized the conversation around sleeping apart. Both Casey and Andy say that they sleep better because when one of them gets up in the middle of the night, they don't disturb the other person's sleep. So they wake up refreshed and excited to see one another.
You're right.
Yeah, no. Uh-uh. If
What
I'm
about
coming
the
to the couch because I'm
cuddling?
upset,
What about the, like cuddling time and wrapping up together and just like, I don't know, you need to have somebody to hug.
that's like a really nice form of intimacy, like being together in the same bed, like you said, cuddling up, watching a movie, but you're eliminating that with the bunk beds. There isn't that other form of intimacy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
This
I
got a
also
whole bunch of
know,
opposite of my race written all over it, bro. I'm telling you. A whole bunch of it.
but I also know like couples or married couples that are sleeping in separate rooms because one is snoring, the other one can't take it when it's too close or when they have a child. So they say like, okay, I'm gonna take care of the child. You go get your sleep in the other room as well. So
Well, I
No.
mean, and look, there's certain
that.
circumstances that it makes sense, but this is not a solution to any of those problems because it's a bunk bed. You're in the same room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not like
so
you
now
know,
you can't elbow them to stop them from snoring.
So
You know,
also
now-
like, I'm not something else I noticed. I'm trying to let's get this back
Casey
up real
and
quick.
Andy say that they
There's if you look, there's other activities that usually happen in bed for like married couples. There's not a lot of room for said activities right there.
well, not on the bottom bunk.
No, look how close the
Barely
ceiling
on the
is.
top.
On the top bunk. Like I analyzed this earlier.
I mean,
I
there's a
don't
queen
see-
size. You can get some spoonage in. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Some
not
spoonage.
the activity I'm talking about, Blaze.
You need Jesus.
Oh, my bad.
but
I
they
meant
had
cuddling.
they pointed it out when they said, okay, you don't disturb the other, when you get up. But no, that's a lie. If somebody moves above me
Right?
in the bed, in its place, I'm the first one to be up. Like, are you serious now?
Like
Like,
Spider-Man jumping down on the floor like this.
Oh, don't fall off the bed.
And also, how much does a queen size bunk bed cost?
mm,
Mattresses are
Mhm.
expensive enough. I cannot
Yeah.
imagine what they spent on a queen size bunk bed. That
Yeah, I
but
just don't understand.
did they justify why it had to be this type of bed?
I mean, outside of the cat getting great exercise, I don't understand the point. Like
But a lot of
Tashana said
people have
earlier.
those videos. Like they're showing the separate, like people sleeping in other bedrooms, and like they're saying,
know.
it's not my roommate, they're my partner. Well, when you're
I
sleeping
know
in
ain't nobody. It
separate
ain't none of
bedrooms,
us. I know it.
I mean, I don't know. Like, look, I can't imagine it. But if my partner didn't like fans when we slept, it'd be a problem. Like, I need my floor fans on. I need that sound. And
What
so
is it a guy
you would
thing?
go to different rooms?
I mean, I don't know. It's never come up before, but like, yeah, I think that'd be a deal breaker for me. Like,
But see, there are ways around that though, because then you can get a fan that only points at you. You know what I mean?
no, I need the big one, man. Like, I need,
So you're
like,
not willing to
so
compromise, is what you're saying.
I have
I'm
an
not
ex.
able to come.
I got an ex that couldn't do the fan thing. So I had one of the ones that you remember, the old school fans that.
Yeah, no, that's not
turn-
enough for me. They're not.
Well, hey, look, you get a good one. That thing blow you.
But it's all that this is also, this is like a hostile type of vibe. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
no.
Like what's trying to say is you want to cuddle up. Like mine, she's
Yeah.
our natural born heater. I just be gotta get
Yeah.
the snuggles in. You feel me?
Even with the
Sometimes
wrist
I
that
get a
you
little
put
too
in,
hot.
like an elbow, like this in
Me
the
too.
night. Like, oh, okay, thank you. I don't know. People are weird.
So there's a woman, she wrote into our show rather, that she and her husband, they're approaching their 5th wedding anniversary or I guess marriage anniversary, sorry. And she said life together is good, not perfect, but they make ends meet. They work hard. They have a modest lifestyle. They have 2 young children, ages 1 and 4. Recently, she discovered something that she describes as shocking. Her husband's card and comic book collection, something he's guarded since they met, is worth $2.5 million. He's been collecting for over 25 years, a passion he inherited from his late father, and he still holds on to some of his dad's collection. When she brought up selling it, thinking of all the ways they could improve their family's life, he refused, saying the collection isn't about money, but more so about emotional value. To him, it's a legacy he plans to pass down to their children. Now she's struggling with reality that they're sitting on a fortune, yet still living paycheck to paycheck. Should she accept his emotional attachment, or does he owe it to their family to cash in?
Dang, this tough, bro.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it.
God, that's tough, bro.
No, okay, look. My take on it is sell some of it. You're sitting on $2.5 million, and your
tell me
family
I gotta
is
sell my
struggling to pay
Spider-Man
bills?
mint condition issue
Absolutely.
number 2. No,
Absolutely.
bro.
I mean, keep the ones your dad had, but sell $1 million worth of comics.
That is really hard to part ways with it, though. Like when you have that emotional, understand the money and barely making ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck, but you have an emotional attachment to it. It is going to be really hard to part ways with it. But I don't think that means that you don't care about the family. I think that's kind of
y'all get creative and figure out ways to make more money.
Make more money, exactly, without having to touch his collection that he ended up creating because of his dad. Like, no.
But okay,
you work together.
$100,000, sell $100,000 worth and invest that to make your future better, to make more money over time. Like, I don't know. I think there's definitely a compromise. I think that it's very selfish to just say no, not touching any of it. And I don't know. For me, like possessions, there's nothing that I own that means that much to me. You know what I mean? Like they're just things.
We know where you are. So, I mean, you know.
I get it, though. I get it. Like, I think it is right about the compromise, like trying to figure out how much you're willing to part ways with. But I also see that that's his. Like, he's been collecting it. It has amazing attachments to the family. To say it's selfish because you're setting that boundary and like, this is mine. Like, I'm not going to part ways with it. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know.
I mean, if you would try to be in the position and, if it would concern your own family, you might think that way and say, okay, this is selfish. Mm-hmm. From a rational, external perspective, I would say, well, we got to, it's their decision. So
yeah,
it's hard to say.
And people see comics kind of like, hardcore baseball card collectors or just art collectors, like there's like them art pieces be worth enough for someone to come to your house, kill you, take it, make a fake out of it and sell the fake, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like certain things you see as art it's worth more than money. I get what you now if he had it where it was like 10 million, you know what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, 2.5 mil is still
$2.5 million is not enough to make a difference.
No, but my thing is, it's like if they were seriously down bad, like seriously down bad, not just paycheck to
Exactly.
paycheck, that's different. That's very different.
That's very different.
But work as a team to try to figure out how to build more. And I know that's easier said than
Agreed.
done, but
You know what makes
yeah,
it easier? $100,000 makes it a
you're
lot
right,
easier
it
to
does.
build and make it more profitable.
It does, but now he
It
has
does.
resentment to her.
Well,
the fact that
kiss
he
my
parted
ass.
ways
You
with
can
his
kiss my
pops.
ass with your resentment.
But then,
We're
they
sorry that
split
you
up.
don't
You
have
feel me?
anything of value and that you hold on to emotionally. Okay,
Yeah.
like come on, don't put that onto
A
him.
S B.
I asked for that. I asked for that.
You did.
I don't know. And I mean, dude, fast forward 30 years, these kids are going to inherit the comics and probably not give a damn and sell them right
They
then
probably
anyway.
won't.
Like
I will
that's
haunt them. I will haunt them bastards. But at least you know your kids are good. You know what I'm
Right, like
saying?
they're fine. They're
true,
fine
true,
for
true.
generational wealth if they do it right.
I
They're
guess
good.
that's an argument right there. Last 5 seconds, we come up with the one argument I could see on his side. But, Oof.
You give birth. The doctor comes into the room and asks your husband and only your husband if he wants to do a DNA test to make sure the baby's his. He says yes. Is he wrong for that?
Yes, he is wrong for that. If he wants to do it, I'ma do it, and he won't have a wife by the end of it.
Get the DNA test, make sure it's yours. If she got a problem with that, she doing something. I'm gonna be honest, she doing something.
Yeah, he's in the wrong. You should have all your trust in your wife, and you shouldn't have to question whether she's cheating or anything.
We both agree that it's fucked
That's
up.
a little messed up because you don't trust your wife who just gave birth to your child.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure what happened to the video there, but you get the point.
Yeah. But who does this? They really
Yeah,
asking you
you have a story.
to get a DNA test.
This really depends on that relationship and the situation. Like that's a tough one. Like, wow.
So all right.
But the question is it over there that they isn't popping that question immediately?
No, that's not common. This is like theoretical.
Oh,
but,
just wanted to say this is not normal.
like
Yeah,
for
Because
me,
usually you assume the one who is there might be the father or somebody, So why should be you popping that question?
but like for me personally, in my experience, my ex, damn right, I want a pregnancy test. I want a paternity test. My current girl, I would have no doubts, but I do feel like this is something that we could talk about normalizing because if you want to talk about people as a whole, yes, I think that we should have to verify the father's, identity.
I know too many people who dealt.
Mhm.
I found out mine was
That's
about
right,
3
yep.
years old.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like it should. I don't know. It kind of crossed my mind when I'm watching this that why isn't that a thing? Like why can anybody just walk in with her and be like, "Yep, I'm the dad. Just put me down as the dad. Yep, I'll sign this paper. Now I'm the dad." Like it should. I don't know. Like we should verify that.
I don't think that he would be wrong for agreeing to take a DNA test. Yes, I think it, like you said, it bases on the relationship itself. But as Blaze has said, he's known a lot of people and himself have dealt with realizing that it's not theirs. A lot of people I feel like try to make it seem that asking for a DNA testing is like you don't trust me, but it's not that I don't trust you. We just wanna
They're
confirm.
not sure, right? They might
Yeah,
not be sure because circumstances whatsoever. They might have been not serious at that moment. That person might dealt with another one. So then I think it's legit to say okay, question, am I the father or not? But then they should address it on their own and say, okay,
Yeah.
we should take the test then.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, but punk holler, we want prenup. That same exact thing too. I feel like when people ask for a prenup, it sucks because they immediately take it like, "Oh dang, you plan on leaving me eventually?" But the thing is, you don't know what's going to happen.
And also prenups just take like the financial advantage of leaving out. You know what I mean? Like if you come in with some money, if you want to split, if you want to divorce, then okay, but it's not going to be beneficial to you financially. Like it's if this is about love and we fall out of love and you want to divorce, all right, let's do it. But it doesn't have to bring,
I would say if I got pregnant and we're in the delivery room and Ty's like, yes, I want a DNA test. I'd be like, wait, what? Okay. But the woman said that he would not have a wife at the end of it. Like, that's extreme. Like, yes, it would throw me off guard, and I might, in that heightened state of emotion, be like, "What the fuck do you mean you want a DNA test?" But then it's like, okay, all right, let me just give birth, calm down, and then we'll do it. Like,
Priorities, Leslie. Priorities.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a story of a lady that had twins? The twins came out, one white, one black, and it's a real thing where she cheated, and both of them got her pregnant. So it wasn't twins from the same dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's real.
But then it was like almost the same time.
Dude, yeah, they had to be real close together. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that would, like maybe the same time. You know
Never
what I mean? Like,
maybe it was a threesome.
No, never.
Yeah.
I thought it's not possible if you just buy two. No.
Oh God, this next topic. I don't know if y'all heard about this yet, but this is, God, it's unbelievable.
Infamous woman who slept with over 1,000 college students to make certain content just revealed she might be pregnant. Now, because I dislike the content she makes and I don't want to give her a platform, I'm not going to say her name, but for context, a couple months ago, she went to a London university and got over 1,000 18 or 19-year-old students and slept with them to make certain content. Now, that in and of itself was already a huge controversy, but flash forward to today and new reports are coming out that she just found out that she's pregnant, which if you put two and two together, likely means it was one of the 1,000 18 or 19-year-old college students that she was with just a month or two prior. Now, if this is true, I think this is just a sad situation all around for so many reasons, but that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about this in the comments.
What I think about it is Jerry. That is the perfect episode for Jerry Springer.
What is wrong with her?
They fill out the entire crowd.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
And we had a conversation, I can't even remember what show it was, where I was like, a woman goes to do whatever, and then she can, like, if a guy was like, look, you know,
try to find 1,000 women who want to sleep with a man in one day.
It's not happening.
But
dudes
how
are
old
lining
was
up
she?
across around the block.
How old was she?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, 20 something, but she set a record last year for sleeping with like 100 something guys in a day, and then she decided to break like the world record by sleeping with 1,000 in one day. And I do have a lot of questions, like logistically, the planning that had to have gone into that. Like, she has to have had a team around her, right? And like someone had to schedule 1,000 19-year-old boys to like line up in a hallway, I guess, probably in like 15-minute increments. And then, I mean, think about like the fact that
the number, we're waiting in the waiting room or something.
Like, it's so, I don't know. I can't. And then, I mean, bro, like this poor kid, this poor kid. Could you imagine being born to a woman who's not sure who the father is because she slept with 1,000 guys in one day
Is so freaking
and filmed it?
Yeah, that's a lot. She'll like use it as archives to see like who looks alike. He has the same chin.
Oh my God! But then they are like 19. Oh, this is, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Will this allow a 5? Oh my God, it does. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I want to introduce you to one of my longest friends, which is the actual biological uncle of my boy, but you know, that's a whole nother topic, Jerry Springer type topic in itself. But I just want you to play this again so he can hear and we can get his response to this, you know, because I really want to hear you weigh in on this right quick. So just play that video one more time. That's
all right, I will. Quishana, real quick, do you want to step off so you go back?
Yeah, I gotta get packing for tomorrow.
Peace out.
Vacation time, so
safe travels.
Bye to you.
All right, JT.
3 guys
ready for this? Ready for this, bro?
Whoa.
Infamous woman who slept with over 1,000 college students to make certain content just revealed she might be pregnant. Now, because I dislike the content she makes and I don't want to give her a platform, I'm not going to say her name, but for context, a couple months ago, she went to a London university and got over 1,000 18 or 19-year-old students and slept with them to make certain content. Now, that in and of itself was already a huge controversy, but flash forward to today and new reports are coming out that she just found out that she's pregnant, which if you put two and two together, likely means it was one of the 1,000 18 or 19-year-old college students that she was with just a month or two prior. Now, if this is true, I think this is just a sad situation all around for so many reasons, but that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about this.
Does that mean she was being banged raw? Like no protection.
I mean, I don't know, 1,000
people.
Like condoms are like what 90-something% effective. So this proves it. Like one time with those 1,000, it didn't work. You know what I mean? Like
he's fucked.
So how do you feel about this woman having sex with 1,000 people? Can you hear? You can't hear us?
I don't think he could hear us.
Dang. Oh, we hear you loud and clear though. Wow. You know, we give opportunity. You ain't in Alabama, are you? Still nothing? Well,
all right.
That was great.
You've been kicked
We
off
tried.
the
We tried.
Yeah, that's. I'm just trying to imagine like how she would even try to figure out who the father is. Like,
I mean, that DNA test we were talking about before is definitely necessary on this one. Like, there's no
she's
question.
gonna need 2018. That's so. Wait, did it say she did it in a day?
One day.
So these
Wait,
were like.
Wait.
So they were quick with it. Wait. I need to do some
I know
math.
that's what I've had questions about that. Like,
put me in, coach.
Wait. You said
1,018,
1,018, right?
Yep.
No way. That's not possible.
Like also, like I mean, is she like
42 in an hour?
Like she has to be like drinking and eating, right? Like, so is
She
it
has
like
that
during it?
Pedialyte.
She's got like a burger, and there's some college kid
Oh.
like just going to town on her, and she's gonna be like fries on the other side.
And then
It's
she
like,
gets that secret sauce, that extra secret sauce for the burger and fries.
Yo.
Sorry. I'm on one. I'm so sorry.
I feel like we need another 4 minutes. The same day?
Yeah. So if you just
yeah.
do 24 hours, which is absolutely ridiculous, that's 42
I
an
don't know why
hour.
I missed him say 24.
Maybe it was 2 days because that does sound just
That's
42 in an hour.
Well,
That's
technically,
not
if it's
possible.
42 an hour and they only last like maybe 5
That's
minutes.
what I'm saying. They
are
were like
18,
18-year-olds. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
yeah,
that might have been a strategic move right there.
Yeah. That's why she chose 18 to 19-year-olds.
Yo. That's insane. Oh, the queen is in the building. Smoke baby. I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Let's do Leslie's question.
Oh.
What?
What?
Where the hell? I'm trying to what happened to you?
Oh, Blaze.
Well, I guess right before that, the question, what do you feel about the lady in the...
Oh, the deli line lady? Yeah, about that. Can you imagine all these college boys is like giving each other high fives? They're like, yeah, we're about to put it in the hole, guys. Let's get it done.
We're about to put it in a hole.
So, and it's 1,000 in one day. Am I correct?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
So is it one pump or two pumps? Because you can't tell me that 1,000 people went through this tramp with ease, man. Like that's impossible. What is that Taylor guy doing? What is that Taylor guy doing over here?
I don't know if he can hear. Can you hear?
Test 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh,
You good?
my Lord.
You hear me?
I can smell his
It's
test.
about time. I've been waiting. I'm like, did he put me in?
Put me in, coach.
Bro,
Sorry, I'm coming late to the party. I'm sorry.
that is wild.
I'm sorry.
Look, are her parents proud of her? He
They
made
disowned
the
her,
world
probably.
Guinness record, right? Like,
Guinness Book of World Records. So, you know.
sweet Jesus, man. You know,
All right. We're going to go
so
right before
my
we go
wife
to
and I are trying to have a kid, right? So I put this in the
She gave you the
because now
formula.
we're doing IVF. One dude, all he needed was 2 pumps, and he already got that woman pregnant. I have to get a doctor to put it in my wife.
gonna lie. She gonna be on Murray. She gonna be on Maury. Who the daddy
This
is?
doesn't make
Who the
any
daddy?
sense.
Who is daddy?
None.
This got to be a content clip. I need it.
This makes no sense, man.
It's going
Be like,
viral.
give me my child support money back. Give me
Two
my child
pumps.
support money.
Hey, I'm gonna call this episode the 2 Pumps and 1 Doctor. That's what we're gonna call it.
Pump switch.
This is ridiculous.
Do they have to
figure out who
tag
the
in?
daddy
So
is.
it's like, so is it like pump tag next?
That's what I'm saying. They high five each other. It's like, yo, world champions. Bah, there we go. We're going to the next
Nah,
one.
it's a train. It's a train. Everybody get a turn.
That's what I'm saying.
They had
Everybody-
like their little tickets, like they're numbering their tickets. Tickets 1,000.
That's it. That's it. Can I get a slice of the roast beef, please? Thank you.
Oh my God, no. All right.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
So what I need you two to do is come up with a question of the day, because we're doing the question of the day section. So yeah, so that's what it is. And when,
I'm gonna let. Hey Taylor, you go first, all right, man?
I have my.
so,
Okay.
all right, bet.
Okay,
So
go.
run Leslie's again, her thing again. Let's get it.
Okay. What does your dream home look like?
Hmm.
Anybody watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? It's that, but instead of chocolate, it's Reese's.
Nah, mine isn't
Can
even
you
chocolate.
imagine waking up, turning your head, and just taking a lick off of a Reese's cup? That's Blaze right there. This is him. This is him.
Whoever seen Willy Wonka, if you seen Willy Wonka, that's how I want my house. I
Exactly,
want my house
but-
like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, but instead of chocolate, Reese's.
That's
What
Yeah.
about Fruity Pebbles?
But hey, but I want a
I still have
waterfall in
Fruity
mine.
Pebbles for
though.
breakfast.
I want a waterfall in mine. I want a waterfall.
And I want a peanut
Waterfall.
butter fall in mine. Imagine a peanut butter jacuzzi, bro. You feel me?
Peanut butter
Hey,
jacuzzi.
No, it's
bro,
like you
you would-
shit
We don't
yourself.
deserve-
Peanut butter
we
would
don't
be
deserve to
places
see
it was
this.
never supposed to be, bro. That's
Hey, I'm gonna
We don't deserve it.
I'm gonna have to skinny dip in that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh,
if
I
we're
ain't
if we're
gonna
gonna
lie to
choose a house from a movie, bro, I want Richie Rich's house. I want that
Yo.
slide from my bedroom to the pool, man.
That was
That
fire.
could work.
That-
I couldn't get
nah,
slung.
I would definitely
I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights.
make it an enclosed slide. You won't even know.
Donald-
He's gonna have a 1-story house.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
With no
fire,
balcony,
bro.
no balcony, bro. No balcony, no balcony.
what?
What kind of place?
Balcony.
Who didn't answer the question? Peter,
I
what
didn't.
kind of, what kind of house would you have?
So my dream house. So just to get a little quick background, I'm Cuban. So my dream house is to have a house where I can particularly put a bunch of refugees inside,
Yep.
right? And we can teach them how to create boats out of parts.
Who gonna ride? Who gonna ride that boat? That's you, Blaze.
Yeah, well, look, see, he's Cuban, so he's able to say this. They have a history of just coming over here on terrible boats.
That's what I'm
So
saying. My dad
he's teaching the right way.
made it. My dad came on a banana boat and made it to Lake Okeechobee.
So you do understand that POTUS is kicking them right back out though. So
It's okay. We have green cards.
how?
Worried about.
Don't worry about that.
Special,
You asked too much questions. Just know we got that.
He's got a guy.
Okay?
All right,
No, but
JT.
seriously, my house, if my dream house would probably have to be, I want to say a 1-story house where I can have a buffet line all day.
So you
I
want Golden
can't
Corral?
listen. It's got to be, but it can't be Golden Corral type of food.
Nah,
It's
better
got to be
Golden
like
Corral.
upscale,
Better go
like
around, man.
IHOP. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely
Upscale.
needs to happen. That's me.
JT,
Take it how you want it, okay? But that's my dream house
And
right there.
JT, what was yours?
He already told you, man.
Mine was the chocolate
Oh,
factory.
yeah. He
But
wanted
if you
Willy
want to say
Wonka
chocolate,
normal.
if you want to get
peanut butter.
technical,
Leslie.
I would
we
like
would say the
a
Playboy Mansion, really.
three-story house with like those really nice winding stairs, right? And then the balcony, and a big backyard. All I care about is just like having a really big backyard fenced in just to see Queen run around.
Just run around in that beast. Straight
Yeah.
Hey, Blaze, where the cops coming from?
The timer go off.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna run my question.
Trying to figure out what that was. What was that? Did that go off?
All right.
What was that?
What is the pettiest reason that you have ever disliked someone?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm not a very petty person.
I'll start. I'll start if I
Petty
have
Murphy.
to. I judge people by the vehicles they drive. If you drive like a huge pickup truck that's like a V12 and you don't have a job that requires that pickup truck, bro, I'm judging you. I don't like you. I'm not a fan. That's just how I feel.
That is super petty. That's ridiculously petty. They didn't even do anything to you. You're just judging them.
No. It's wrong of me.
That's actually pretty good. That's a good one.
Totally wrong of me, but that's how I feel, for sure.
Dang. That's a good one.
Yeah. So it sucks because
I
I
have
have
no
so
answer.
many. I have so many answers.
Just give us one.
Oh,
All we need is one.
You could be a Boston Celtics fan. You're the ops.
You're fucking, you guys are petty as shit.
Yeah, that's. It's like, what's up? What's going on, my guy? Yeah, everything cool? Yeah, dog. Yeah, Miami Heat, we doing our thing. Yeah, but I like the Celtics. It's a wrap.
He pulled a George Lopez. He said,
Yep.
Way back. I don't know. That's hard, man. Because you know what? I don't have like envious in my heart or anything like that. Like I love everybody, but if I gotta say, if I'm like mad at somebody, I'm mad at the dude that got that chick pregnant. Man, my wife and I've been trying to have a kid for like 3 years now, and
Hey, look,
like I said,
it happened when it's
it's
most
the doctor that
inconvenient.
did it. So it's like, how does this kid get it with 2 pumps? Like that doesn't make any sense.
It'll happen when it's most inconvenient. Trust me.
Shit, hearing that story was an inconvenience. That's what it was.
Keep pumping and sweat, dog. Keep pumping and sweat.
I'm sweating right now thinking about it.
What's JT? What's yours?
It'll work.
If you can think of one,
It'll
what
work.
would be? If you could think of one, John, what would be yours? If you could think of a something petty or petty reason not to like someone.
If they owe me some money.
I mean, that ain't petty.
It's not petty.
For real.
That's not
Yeah,
petty.
that ain't petty.
Hey,
That's
look,
facts.
look.
That's just being mafioso, bro.
My money. You know what I mean? You owe me $200. I need my money. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be petty about it till you give it to me.
You aren't trying to.
I got one.
Hey, bro,
I got
where
a real
my
one.
money at?
I got a real one, and this is something this one's definitely stuck in my heart. Hey, Blaze, have you ever had an argument with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they give you the same answer you had that you were right about, and everybody agrees with him and not you?
Yes, that ain't a petty reason not to like them. That's
That
different.
for me, yeah, no, I hate a person that does that.
That's like a pet peeve.
No, it's hatred for real. That's the seed of spawn right there. No,
I would say, like,
did.
for me, now that I think about it, what my pettiest reason for not liking someone is if I say, "Hey, how are you?" and then they don't ask like how you're doing, I'm fine, and just completely ignore you.
Oh.
Like that bothers me.
That sounds like my
bothers me a
kids.
lot. That would piss me off. It's like, no, I
Yeah.
asked you,
That's
how
my
are
kids.
you?
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh,
That bothers
Get
me.
my kids when they
Oh my
come from
God,
school.
people
Hey,
get it
how
a
was your
lot.
day at school?
or if you're at an event, you've been to an event where you're having a conversation with someone, and if somebody else can walk in the room in mid sentence, yeah. So and they don't say, "Oh, hold on, excuse me." They just walk away and leave.
No, it's called manners.
My turn. All right, so the question is how could I ask? I can't remember how to phrase the question. So
I just realized
let's say wait before you talk about your booty chin, your booty forehead. So when you ask someone out and they turn you down, right? You ever, if anyone had a situation where you ask someone out, they turn you down, right?
Didn't you ask this last week?
No, we never got to.
I wanted to ask it last week.
All right. So when I got into, I started a new school in 10th grade. Got to the school, met this girl Kelly, right? And I really liked Kelly. I had a big crush on Kelly. It took me probably 2 weeks to muster up the courage to ask her out, and I stuttered my whole way through. Like I was wondering if you would go to the movies, and she said yes. And I was real excited, bro. And like I live close to the movies. I had a moped at the time. I rode my little moped to the movie theater. I was like 15 years old. And I got there and she had like 4 friends with her. Aww. That was like that like I wish she just said no. Because now I gotta go and sit in this movie with you and your friends like an awkward fifth wheel. Bro, like just say no, man. Like I get it now, I understand, but
it's like I thought I had a chance,
right?
I got her all to myself. Not really.
So, like I said, I was an ugly duckling. I grew into it as I got older, so no one really liked me, like ever. No one really liked me, and I remember I tried. Like, when like you don't tell them you like them, but someone else tells them that you like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that, and I got laughed at. And I was like, I didn't want to like talk to anyone or date anybody. Yeah, the laughing.
That's messed
the worst
up.
part. The laughing is the worst part. You could tell me no, and I probably would have been okay with it. But then you laugh. You laugh at me. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay though. I wasn't cute back then.
She's like, it didn't bother me. Not a big deal, now. Hey.
Yo, kids are mean, bro. God,
yeah.
Dog.
I don't know about that. I think kids nowadays are mean.
I mean,
kids were mean back then too. I was bullied like a motherfucker when I was younger.
I was too, but you know what? I was bullied too, but the thing is that I've always had people to bully them back for me. And Blaze, you know who you can ask? Ask 9.
Facts.
P9 will tell you.
Yeah.
He was my hefty bodyguard back then.
Love hefty bodyguard.
Yep.
Blaze, how about you?
Oh man, I had it all planned out in my head, like how this was gonna go. So there was a situation. This is how the situation started. So in our school we used to play. They let us play cards in school. So this girl ended up becoming my spades partner. So when we were winning and beating everybody, when you're extra excited, the extra hugs and all that. So I'm like, oh, she digs your boy.
Locked.
I'm like, she digs your boy. So I'm freaking coming up with all the different things that I could think of in school. They had this thing called Candygram where you can buy like a rose and candy and somebody come and drop it off to that person.
That's a thing?
It was in our school.
That's cool. I like that.
So man, so I had it all together and gave her
sorry, I'm just thinking about when you don't get it. That's
yeah, that's how it happened. So I'm talking about had a fresh outfit, which at least I thought was fresh. The people brought in the candygrams. So who is it from? You know what I'm saying? Stood up like I just in my mind I knew it was gonna work. So I just stood up smiling and was like, yeah. So the boyfriend stood up, which I didn't know that they was dating.
No.
But boyfriend stood up and was like, so you just gonna get my girl a gift? Bruh.
Whoops.
Bruh. Oh, the heartache.
Juan, do you have a question? No worries, man. No worries if you don't.
Yeah, that I kind of did, but I didn't know how to explain it. But cause it's kind of a thing that I don't like happening. I want to see what y'all thought.
Okay.
So all right, so yeah, I do got a question then. Hold on. All right, so any of y'all go to church?
I grew up in church.
Okay, so you know how when you're in church, and you ask to get prayed over and stuff like that.
I know where you're going.
So, do you prefer for the pastor to just pray over you like a normal person, or would you rather than do the whole Pentecostal thing, put the hand on your hand and just be like, which one would you?
Is
Which
there a
one?
middle ground of that one?
Middle ground?
There
Listen,
is a middle
yeah, there
ground.
is. When you fall on the floor after he goes ahead and he does that thing to you, that's the middle ground you get.
There actually is a middle ground. So it'll be someone who prays for you normal, but still is touching your forehead. It's crazy because I've been like being someone who grew up in church. I've visited other people's churches. I've seen straight clowns for pastors. I've seen
real.
I seen all of it. And there's this one guy, for example, he had this thing where he would point at people when they would fall out. Like he just put on this crazy theatric show, and I feel like people just went along with it. So he'll be like, yeah, blah blah blah. Somebody walk in the door, he point, and they just drop. So like,
what?
It's just out of hand. Then there's another dude that's his
He was
whole
paying those
ministry is about money. So he'll have his hand on your forehead, and you're gonna get the get this much money. Yes, and there's that
That's
spitting
so
all
annoying.
on you. You know what I'm saying? Breath stinks.
Yeah.
No,
I would
don't
say
touch
normal
me.
then. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
definitely
don't need
$1,000,000% normal. Like, just talk to me, bro.
I'm gonna go with the normal one. Like,
Yeah.
if you were going to put your hand on my head, don't like push my neck back and just start spouting out all these things. Like, just gently
Exactly.
put it on there,
And
put that
weirdly-
energy into it, and pray.
And weirdly, you can tell when if there is a pastor who has that type of energy. Weirdly, you can tell when it's real or not. It's not. It's they're talking. Yeah, the hand is there, and they're talking. And if it is one of those, they get something, they'll move. But it's not like trying to break your freaking neck. It's different, you know. But yeah,
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever like normally been prayed. What did you call it? Pray to, pray with, what?
prayed for. Like there's
Prayed
Pray for,
yeah.
pray
Yeah.
for. I've never had that. If they like with the pastor, it would kind of just sit right next to me and we'd pray. Just
Yeah, see that's all to
normal.
me. I've seen
That's
it,
normal.
man.
That's
That's much more
normal.
normal than me. I go to Christ Fellowship, which they're praying for them is like, we'll touch your shoulder, we'll give you a hug, that type of stuff. I've been to a Pentecostal church where I was literally hit with a towel, like we're in a football game, like, I don't need any of that, like, it's. Oh, good
Some of
God.
these places, some of them churches get wild, bro.
They do. They
Next
absolutely
level.
do, man. I've seen demons come out of people, like for reals, and I don't understand. Like I'm the first one running out of that place.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all been to a Pentecostal? I know you have, Blaze. Have anybody else has been to a Pentecostal church?
No.
See, I've been
I
in a
grew up
Pentecostal church where I was the only white person in there. Only white person.
But
And
technically not 'cause
somehow
you're Cuban.
I managed. What's that?
I said technically not because you're Cuban.
Exactly. I say that all the time. It's crazy because this is an ongoing thing with us too. And I'm like, bro, you're not white though. So.
You're not white. You're Cuban.
Yeah. What can I
Makes
say?
a good sandwich.
You got your green
Yeah,
card. It's
very
okay,
good
just
sandwich.
fine.
Even though that's not a real thing.
Cuban
It
sandwiches.
was for your grandma.
Yeah,
She was.
it's not. Bro,
Good
stop.
food.
Listen,
Good food.
We got off
Blaze used to
tangent.
come and stay at my house, right? He used to stay at my house, and my grandmother would wake him up first, feed him first before getting to me.
That was my lady there,
This
boy.
don't make no sense, bro. My grandmother used to make sweet tea with brown sugar, and Blaze would drink it like it's medicine.
Crack. Drink it like it's crack.
Straight up.
Like,
Never leave any for anybody else, bro. That's
Grandma,
why I lost weight that time.
You got that tea? You got that tea, Grandma?
Jesus Christ.
I do
Hey,
something
T,
strange.
what did she call you? What did she call you? And negro, right?
That's what.
That's
Oh my God.
El negro.
El
That's
Ella
right.
negro.
dice, ¿por qué
That's
ella
right.
va a decir eso? Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's killing. What do you expect? She was like 132 years old. She'll say anything.
That's true.
And if
La
it came out of
negrita.
her, it came out of love. Like it wasn't like it was like a terrible thing. Blaze was like the only black friend I had.
In the darkness.
All my friends were pure white, like snow bunnies. And he's the only black person I bring into my house. And my grandmother loved this guy.
That's right.
And I honestly believe that she loved him more than me.
That was facts. But we're gonna close it on that note.
All right, man. Hey, Juan, thanks for joining us. Thanks
Yo,
for
I
everybody
love this
watching.
show. I gotta tell y'all, this show is so much fun watching. I'm so glad.
Thank
So
you.
glad that finally Blaze put me on, because for years he's been telling me, "Oh, I got you." Never does it. And the one thing that he puts me on is about a lady that had sex with 1,000 people in one day.
That's Blaze for you, man. But yeah, thank you for
Love
everybody
it.
watching.
Absolutely love
Please
it. Y'all are great.
like-
I appreciate y'all show, man. Love it.
Appreciate you, man. Please
Yeah,
like,
man.
comment, subscribe, share, do all the things. You can catch us every single Friday at 3 p.m. EST on
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.